guys, welcome back. Today I'm here with a little slightly different video for you and it's to talk about the new year and some of my New Year's resolutions that I have got for 2015. I don't normally make New Year's resolutions as such because I just think if you're going to do something, why not just do it then rather than wait until the new year when you know you make all these false promises that you're going to go to the gym, that you're going to eat healthily, all that kind of stuff. Why not just do it, start now? So I'm not a huge big person for making resolutions, but I got this book for Christmas called The Happiness Project, and I actually read a bit about it already and decided that instead of making New Year's resolutions, I was going to do my own happiness project for this year. So I've kind of looked through her book, it's by Gretchen Rubin, and I've kind of looked through it and got some ideas. And what I've decided to do is she basically, I'll tell you a little bit about the happiness project. Basically, Gretchen Rubin decided that she wanted to try and sort of feel happier, I suppose. So she set about making a whole year of goals that would help her reach a happier place. So for each, she broke it down to each month, sort of focusing on a specific thing that perhaps brought her sadness or pain or upset or whatever, and she worked out ways that she could try and challenge those things that she normally does in a way so that she gets better results and feels happier about her life in general. And it's a really interesting book to read, so you know, if you like that kind of thing, do give it a go because I'm really enjoying it. Basically, I've decided that I'm going to use the monthly themes that Gretchen has talked about in this book, but kind of come up with some of my own ideas of what I want to do, because obviously every happiness project is going to be different because every person is different, so you're going to want different things from life. You're going to have different challenges and different negative experiences that you need to kind of challenge. So, but I thought to kind of give me something to go on, Gretchen Rubin's themes are really good in here, and I felt that I could apply my own goals to those themes. So in this video, I thought I'd just take you through my overall year of what I'm planning to do, and then if you'd like me to, I can sort of maybe do like a video at the end of each month to kind of wrap up and talk about how I've got on that month, and then I can perhaps do another video at the beginning of the month to talk about what I'm going to do the next month, so that I can kind of take you through my journey of my happiness project over the year and share with you kind of how I'm getting on, and you can talk, maybe you can do your happiness project as well, because I'd love to like do this with other people. So you know, if you want to do it, maybe we can think of a hashtag, I don't know, Jen's Happy Project or something like that, and if we all use that or something, then you know, we can all see how we're getting on, take pictures of what's making you happy, things like that. So I will kind of take you through what I'm going to be doing for each month, just to kind of give you a big roundup so that you know what's going on. So the theme for January is called Boost Energy, and I have decided that I want to go to sleep earlier because I'm terrible for staying up all hours of the night, you know, procrastinating and doing things that I don't really need to do, but I feel like I do, instead of just going to bed and getting some decent sleep. So that's one thing I want to do. I want to try and eat more healthily. I'm not saying that I'm going to cut things out or, you know, stop eating stuff altogether, because I wouldn't say that that is healthy eating. I think healthy eating is allowing yourself to have a bit of what you fancy now and again, but obviously not overindulging in it. So I just want to try and incorporate a bit more healthy food into my diet, so healthy snacks and things like that, but also still allow myself to have treats and, you know, the odd day when I don't stick to a plan or whatever. But I just, yeah, I think that will help me hopefully get into a sort of healthier mindset of my relationship with food. I also want to swim once a week, which is something that I'm already starting to try and do, but I'm very good at like putting it off and deciding that I don't want to go. So unless there's a valid excuse, I want to go swimming once a week. I want to tidy out my wardrobe this month and get rid of all the clothes that don't fit me or that I never wear, because I kind of believe that if you have a tidy area around you, you're more likely to have a tidy mind and feel more energized. And yeah, I also want to organize my craft unit, so that's a bit more tidying up. And I kind of stuck this one on the end, but I want to go to the cinema at least once a month. Don't know if that's going to help boost my energy, but hopefully it will make me feel better, and then that will help boost energy in the meantime. And the idea is basically that for each, you sort of start doing them that month, but then you carry them on. So by the end of December, you're kind of doing everything all the time. Obviously I can only tidy my wardrobe out once now and again, but you know, the things like going swimming once a week, going to sleep earlier, it's meant to be like a lifestyle change rather than just a monthly fad. So hopefully the idea is that I will build up all these different things and begin to feel happier. Then in February, the theme is Remember Love. Obviously it's Valentine's Day, so I'm guessing that's where it came from. I would like to send a happy text to a friend who's struggling at least once a week. So just a random out of the blue text, because I know how much I enjoy getting texts just out of the blue from someone who's obviously thought about me. So I want people to know that I'm thinking of them and hopefully bring a little love and happiness into their life. I'd like to do a random act of kindness once a month, and that could be anything from sending some happy post to sending someone an unexpected gift to helping someone out with giving my time to somebody. Anything that kind of comes to mind, that, you know, basically a random act of kindness. And then for a bit of self-love, I want to write down 2 things I like about myself every week, and hopefully I'll continue to keep doing that. And then when I'm feeling really down on myself or upset or, you know, having a bad body image day, I can look at it and say, well, hey, there are some things that I like about myself, and those are the things that I need to focus on. Then the theme for March is Aim Higher. For that month, I would like to film more YouTube videos. I'm really starting to enjoy getting into YouTube more. I love watching videos, but I'd really like to try making more of my own. I'm kind of struggling a little bit for inspiration, but I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly building up the things that I can do and talk about, and I'm always open to suggestions. So any suggestions you have for videos, then please comment below, because I'd love to hear them. I would also like to promote my blog a bit more. I feel like I've got to 600 followers on my blog, and it's not about followers, but at the same time it is nice to know that people are reading what you write. So just feeling that it's okay to talk about my blog to other people. And you know, it is a hobby, but it's something that I want to continue to pursue and to hopefully build on, and you know, to get good results from. So yeah, I'd like to try and promote that a bit more. I want to ask for help. I'm not very good at asking for help. I tend to struggle on my own, and then everything kind of comes crashing down when everything gets too much. So I want to try and be more mindful of when I need help and to ask for it, because you know, asking for help is what's going to get me aiming higher. Otherwise, you know, I'm going to get stuck. And I'd also like to enjoy now, rather than worrying about what's going to happen next week or next month or next year. I seem to spend so much time either thinking about the past or the present, and I want to try and live more in the moment and just enjoy where I am now. You know, it's not always easy, things aren't always great, but there's always something good in every day, is what someone said to me. So I really want to try and enjoy what I'm doing in the moment, because you know, you only get one life, don't you? So then the theme for April is Lighten Up. So I would like to write a gratitude journal at least once a week. So basically that's writing down what I feel thankful for and grateful for. And I think it's a really good thing for anybody to do, because sometimes you can lose sight of the good things in life, and you know, when you're having a bad day or a bad few weeks or bad whatever, you kind of miss that there are still good things happening. And I think if I take the time to sit down and actually write down what I'm grateful for happening each week, I mean, each day would be amazing, but I don't want to set myself targets that I don't know if I can, you know, meet. So if I can sit down each week and write down what I've been grateful for that week, and it's just something nice to look back on and say, you know, wow, I have such amazing things in my life. You know, I'm not necessarily rich or famous or whatever, but I have an amazing family. I have great friends. I cooked an amazing cake the other week. You know, anything can happen that you can be grateful for. So yeah, I'd like to also take a happy photo on my iPhone every day, and I'll upload that to Instagram and use the hashtag #FindTheHappy. It's kind of looking for happiness in every day, because there's got to be always something, even if it's the smallest little thing, you know, even if it's the birds singing in the morning, or I don't know, having a nice bubble bath in the evening. There's always got to be something that's good in every day, and I think if I take a picture of it, it will help me realise and think about those good things a lot more than if I just don't think about them. And I'd also like to watch a DVD once a fortnight. I've got so many DVDs that I've collected over the years, and I just never sit down to watch them. And sometimes I think you just do need a bit of light relief and time for yourself to just watch something that you want to watch. So I'd like to try and make a bit more time to actually just sit down, put the telly on for an hour and a half, and just chill and enjoy a bit of comedy or rom-com or whatever I decide to watch. And if I can invite a friend over, even better, because then that will make the mood even lighter. And yeah, so hopefully those things will help me fulfill the goal of lightening up. May is be serious about play. So for that month, I would like to expand my collection of Disney DVDs. I think I might have mentioned before that I'm trying to collect the whole 50, whatever it is now, selection of Disney DVDs. I've got, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got about 10. So I'm getting there. I'm doing all right. But yeah, I think, you know, you can't play any more than going to Disney or thinking about Disney. Disney is fun and childish and play. So I think expanding my collection of those DVDs is a really good goal for the month of May. I want to try and do something that makes me smile once a day. So I guess in a way that's kind of like looking for the happy still, but actually being proactive and doing something that I know will make me happy. And I find that quite hard, because sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to do nice things. It's very linked in with my depression and things like that. But so it's going to be quite a challenge to allow myself to do nice things for myself. But I think if I can do that, it's going to make me feel good in the long run. And, you know, they always say you should laugh or smile at least once a day. So that's what I'm trying to aim for. And I'd also like to just take time to be silly. So messing about with my brothers and sisters, having a laugh at some comedy on the telly. Just, I think when you get to being an adult, you kind of forget how to be silly. You know, kids are really good at messing about and having a laugh and just doing silly things, and I'd like to be able to find my inner child and do a bit more of that, because sometimes you just need to let go and, you know, let loose and just enjoy the moment and be silly. So there we go. Then we're on to June, and the theme for June is to make time for friends. Now I think I do try and do this a lot anyway, but there's always room for improvement. So I would like to be generous, and that's not just generous in this sort of, you know, buying things for people, but being generous with my time and making time to spend with friends who need me or who don't need me, and I might just go and annoy them. But just being generous, being more giving. And you know, I've been watching Louise from Sprinkle of Glitter, and she's talking a lot about having a giving heart, and I really believe that that's a good thing to have, because I think the more you give to other people, the more you get back as well. And I like to feel like I'm sort of, you know, we've all got resources inside us, and I want to be able to use those for a good purpose rather than just let them go to waste. I'd also like to make more time to reply to my pen pals. I love writing to my pen pals, but I've always got a constant stack of letters that need replying to, and it's just like finding the time to do it sometimes is quite difficult, but kind of maintaining those friendships and writing back, because I know how much I enjoy receiving letters, so I want to make sure that my pen pals are getting the regular letters from me as well, because otherwise I'm not a very good pen pal, am I? I want to try and talk to 3 new people, which isn't going to be that easy because I'm going to have finished college by then, so I'm going to really have to like seek out new opportunities to meet people, which I think could be quite exciting. You know, I think we're very good at sort of getting stuck in a social circle and forgetting that there's a whole world of people out there to talk to. So I'd love to meet some more YouTube and blogging people, and just make some new friends, really, because it's always nice meeting new people. And then I'd also like to organise a special date with a friend. So I might not tell the friend, I don't know, I'll have to pick a friend or several friends, but at least one friend I want to do this with, and just organise a day rather than buying each other things, actually having some experiences together and enjoying those experiences and making that friend feel special for the day. I'd really like to do that. So if you've got any ideas about how I could make a friend feel special, please pop them in the down bar below. I'd like to hear them. Then we're on to July, and July is buy some happiness. So I would like to indulge in a modest splurge. That's not very easy to say. Basically, sometimes I'm a bit frivolous with my money and tend to go a bit overboard, but I want to plan to treat myself to something. So maybe it's a new lipstick or something for my camera or anything, I don't know, I'll have to think about it nearer the time, but I want to sort of plan and buy it and not feel guilty for buying it, because I need to kind of make myself believe that I do deserve to treat myself sometimes. So yeah, I need to think about what I'm going to splurge on, but only modest, nothing too exciting. I'd also like to try a new beauty product once a month. I think that's quite achievable. You know, it could be a new nail varnish, a new lipstick, it doesn't have to be expensive, but just treating myself to something new once a month to jazz up my beauty routine a bit. You know, I read so many blog posts and watch so many videos about different makeup brands, it's not going to be hard to choose. Well, it is going to be hard to choose because there's going to be so many different things I'd like to try. So yeah, that would be quite fun to do. I'd also like to add to my beautiful book collection. If you watch Chloe Murray, she talks a lot about beautiful books, and she's really got me into like buying myself nice copies of books to keep, because I tend to give mine away to the charity shop a lot, so I'd quite like to have some special books that I could keep. So I'd like to add to that collection in July. And I'd also like to go out for a special day with my mum. My mum does so much for me. I don't know where I would be without her, and I'd really like to use some of my money to make her feel special for once, because she does it so much for me, and it would be nice for her to feel special and loved and know how much I appreciate her. Then we come to August, and August is a bit of a difficult one. It's contemplate the heavens. I want to try and go back to church regularly. I've kind of had a bit of an on-off relationship with my faith over the years. I tend to find it very difficult, especially when my health is bad, to believe that there is a God that wants me, that is making me be this way. But when I do go to church, I enjoy it. I like meeting the people there, and I like trying to become a better person. So yeah, contemplating the heavens, going to church just seemed like a really good option for that month. I'd also like to have a holiday from reality, so I don't quite know how I'm going to do this one, but just I don't know, maybe going camping outside in my back garden and just pretending that everything, you know, everything is away from me and that I'm just in my own little island just for a day. I know they say no man is an island, but just for one day I would like to just have a break from reality and pretend that I'm somewhere else, someone else, not me. And then I'd also like to try and be more mindful. I've done a lot of mindfulness sort of work for my depression and my eating disorder and things like that, and I find it really helpful to just try and be in the moment and concentrate on my breathing, on what I can smell, what I can taste, what I can hear, and I find it really helpful for things like anxiety and stuff like that. So I'd like to try and be more mindful, but also being more mindful about the way I conduct myself around other people and the way I treat people and just what I do, being more mindful, sort of thinking about what I do a lot more rather than just doing it, thinking about why I'm doing it or where it's coming from and things like that. Then we've got September, and for September the theme is to pursue a passion. So I would like to spend more time blogging, which is pretty self-explanatory really. I enjoy blogging and it's something that I want to work more on, and so obviously for pursuing a passion it seemed like the perfect thing to choose. I'd like to enjoy the process more, and this particularly I guess can apply to things like crafts and stuff like that. I tend to be very focused on the end product, that's what I meant. And I find that you kind of focus so much on the end product that you forget to enjoy doing it. So I'd really like to just try and enjoy doing things more rather than thinking about why I'm doing them or what I've got to do them for or reaching a deadline or things like that. Actually just enjoy the process of doing whatever I am doing. And kind of leading on from that, I'd like to spend some time each week doing some arts and crafts. So I've got a couple of new units in my room which I'm turning into my craft units. So I'm hoping that if I get everything organised in my January goal, that I will have a lot more time to just grab things and make, you know, do some scrapbooking. I've bought myself a Project Life album, so I'd like to really work on doing that. And just enjoying being arty and crafty because it's something I really love to do and I just don't find the time to do it at the moment. Then we are on to October, and the theme for October is to pay attention. So I would like to learn new things. Now, hopefully this one will be quite easy because I should, fingers crossed if I get in, be at uni by then. And so I will be learning a whole load of new things. I'm hoping to do occupational therapy. So yeah, there should be a hell of a lot to learn. So hopefully that will give me more than enough opportunity to learn new things. I would also like to pay attention to myself by pampering myself at least twice a week. So pampering, it could include painting my nails, having a nice bubble bath with candles, doing a face mask, anything that I feel is pampering me. So I would like to try and do that at least twice a week. I don't know if that's going to be a little bit of a stretch. Maybe I might, well, I will aim for twice a week and we'll see how I get on. And I would also like to listen for clues. Now, that might sound a bit strange, but basically, I love listening to what other people say and then surprising them with something that they've maybe talked about. So, like, I don't know, if one of my friends was talking about how she really wanted this new book that she'd, you know, been reading about, and but she couldn't afford it for herself, I'd like to be able to surprise someone with something that they obviously want or desire, just to brighten up their day a bit really. I think it's nice. I like those kind of spur of the moment gifts or thoughts that, you know, someone's obviously been listening and paying attention to what you've been saying and they've paid attention enough to know that you want a certain thing, you know, even if it's a day out somewhere or something, like, you know, some time with me or whatever. So yeah. Then we're in November, and November is to keep a contented heart. So I would like to laugh out loud. So I don't laugh enough. I know I don't laugh enough, and when I do laugh, it makes me feel good. So I want to try and find more opportunities to make me laugh and to just have some fun, really. I'd also like to leave nice comments, and that could mean leaving nice comments on people's blogs, on YouTube videos, but also on things like Facebook, just like when my friends make statuses and things like that, leaving some nice comments, or just like, you know, texting a friend and giving them a bit of a compliment or something like that, or seeing someone in the street and liking what they're wearing and telling them that I like what they're wearing. So just making other people feel good, I think, because I think making other people feel good makes you feel good in return and makes you feel content with the way you are in life. And I'd also like to find refuge somewhere. Now, I really like this one because the idea of having somewhere where you can go to for refuge, you know, it doesn't have to be a specific place. It can be a place in your mind. So just finding somewhere that I feel at peace and calm and happy, you know, doing something or being somewhere. I would really like to try and find that place for me this year in November. And then December, they call it Bootcamp Perfect. So basically you have to spend time evaluating what you've done throughout the whole year and keep practicing all the goals that you have reached or tried to aim for in that year. So it's a bit of time sort of self-reflection and re-evaluation and kind of working out where you are compared to the beginning of the year when you started the project. So that is that. This is going to be a bit of a long and rambly video, so if you've reached this point, well done. I hope you've kind of enjoyed hearing a bit about what my New Year's resolutions are and the Happy Project. I'd really love to hear if you're thinking of doing something similar, or even if you've just made a couple of New Year's resolutions, let me know about them in the comments below, because I love hearing about like self-improvement and what people are doing. I think it's really important to be proactive in your life and change things that you aren't happy with. So yeah, and don't forget that the happiness book, read it. If you've enjoyed this and would like to see more, please like and subscribe, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!